Hello, good morning, students. Today we are going to start lysosomes. And in the previous class, we have already studied about endoplasmic reticulum and we have also studied about Golgi apparatus. So, today we are going to start lysosomes. So, what are lysosomes? Now, lysosomes are basically waste disposal system of the cell. Okay, so they actually clean the cell. Whatever is present inside the cell is cleaned by the lysosomes. So lysosomes forms the waste disposal system of the cell. Okay, now we will be seeing what is given in the NCERT, and then we will be also studying about lysosomes. Okay, so let us see what is given here in the NCERT. Okay, now in the NCERT, if you see, this is given in 5.2.53. Okay, and you can just see here that lysosome kind of waste disposal system of the cell. Here it is written, they are kind of waste disposal system of the cell. Okay, and whatever is waste inside the cell is digested by the lysosomes. So lysosome basically clean the cell. Now we have seen about, in the last class we have studied about that proteins are manufactured by the endoplasmic reticulum, and the endoplasmic reticulum is manufacturing protein. Which part of the endoplasmic reticulum? The rough endoplasmic reticulum manufacture protein, and these proteins are modified by Golgi. Okay, now some of the proteins which are modified by Golgi are modified into digestive enzymes. digestive Digestive enzymes, or they are also called as hydrolytic enzymes. Hydrolytic enzymes. Okay, so the proteins are manufactured basically by the rough endoplasmic reticulum, and these proteins then enter the Golgi, and these proteins are modified into digestive enzymes or hydrolytic enzymes. Very strong hydrolytic enzymes. So what are enzymes? Enzymes are certain chemicals which break down substances, which break down complex substances into simpler substances. So enzymes are those chemicals which break down complex substances into simpler substances. So hydrolytic enzymes also break down complex substances into simpler substances. So whatever waste is there is digested by these enzymes is digested by these digestive enzymes, and these enzymes then kill them. Okay, now let us see what is given here in the NCERT. Now lysosomes are membrane bound organelles, sacs which are filled with digestive enzymes. Now if you see in the last part of the Golgi, what is written here in the last part of the Golgi apparatus is also involved in the formation of lysosomes. So Golgi apparatus is also involved in the formation of lysosomes. Now lysosomes, see what is written here. These enzymes are made by RER. So these proteins, basically these enzymes are made up of proteins, and these proteins are modified by Golgi apparatus. So basically these enzymes are made by RER. So these help to keep the cell clean by digesting any foreign material. Anything entering up from outside is a foreign material, and they are digested by these enzymes. And worn out cell organelles, worn out means dead cell organelles, are also digested by the lysosomes. Foreign materials entering the cell such as bacteria or food, as well as old organelles, they all are digested by the digestive enzyme, which are filled with very powerful or very strong hydrolytic enzymes. Okay, and they are broken down. These, I already told you what are enzymes. Enzymes are chemicals which break down complex substances into simpler substances. So lysosomes are able to do this because they contain powerful digestive enzymes capable of breaking down all the organic material that is the living material, like whatever chemical reactions are taking place inside the living organism, they are all together called as metabolism. So whenever there is a disturbance in the cellular metabolism, whenever there is any problem in the cellular metabolism, what happens, these lysosomes get burst. Okay, and when these lysosome get burst, then what will happen, these enzymes will be released into the cytoplasm, and what they will do, they will digest the parts of the living parts of the own cell. Okay, that is why the lysosomes are also called as, lysosomes are also called as, it is written here, the lysosome are damaged and lysosome may burst and the enzyme digests their own cell. Therefore lysosomes are also known as suicide bags. Why they are called as suicide bags? Because during a during the time whenever there is a cellular metabolism, there is a disturbance in cellular metabolism, the lysosome may burst and the digestive enzyme can digest the working cell organelles, and these cell organelles are killed by the digestive enzyme and the cell may die because of that, because the cell will not be able to function if the organelles are not present, so cell will also die. So because of that, the lysosomes are also called as suicide bags. Suicide means to kill oneself. So these bags can also kill the own cell. So basically they clean the cell, they clean whatever is not wanted inside the cell, but sometimes only they burst and they kill the own cell. Okay, that you have to keep it in mind. Now let us move to the next part, that is mitochondria. 5.2.5, mitochondria. Now mitochondria, as you already let us see the structure of the mitochondria first and then we will discuss about it. So what is mitochondria? Mitochondria is called as the powerhouse of the cell. It is written here, mitochondria is known as the powerhouse of the cell. Okay, now why it is called as powerhouse? Because energy is produced here. Okay, so lot of energy is produced, like we have powerhouses and we also produce energy. Which energy we produce in powerhouses? Electric energy, and that energy is used for various activities in our home, offices, factories and all the other things. Like that, in our body also energy is required, and that energy is in the form of ATP. You can see here, in the form of ATP. What is ATP? Adenosine triphosphate. So whatever work is done by our body, they require energy, and this is produced by the mitochondria in the form of ATP. So whatever energy requirement in our body is there, that is fulfilled by the ATP. So that is why ATP is called as the energy currency of the cell. So whatever cell has to do, it has to spend energy. Which energy? ATP. So that is why it is called as the energy currency of the cell. Now let us talk about the structure of the mitochondria. Now where it is present inside the cell, and the number of mitochondria is not fixed. It depends upon cell to cell, and also it depends upon uh, how much energy is required by the cell. If the cell requires more energy, then there will be more number of mitochondria. If cell requires less energy, then there will be less number of mitochondria. Now let us see the structure of the mitochondria. Now mitochondria is having two membranes. Outer membrane is there and then we have the inner membrane. So it is a double membrane bound structure is there. Now whatever is filled inside the inner membrane is called as matrix. So jelly like substance filled inside the mitochondria is called as matrix. Now if you see the outer membrane is just like a plain membrane like this, which I am making here. But the inner membrane, you can see here, it is having lots and lots of folds like I am making here. So inner membrane is folded and these folds are called as crista. These folds are there present, you can see in the diagram also, these are called as crista. What they do, they increase the surface area so that more and more ATP can be produced. So they increase surface area so that more ATP can be produced. Okay, now let us see what is given in the book. Mitochondria have two membranes that we have already seen. The outer membrane is porous. It allows substances to move inside, while the inner membrane is deeply folded, and these folds are called as cristae. These folds increase surface area for ATP generating chemical reactions, because ATP are produced because of the chemical reactions. The energy required for various chemical activities needed in the life of an organism or needed in our body is released by mitochondria in the form of ATP. ATP is also known as energy currency of the cell. Already I have told you. The body uses energy stored in ATP for making new compounds and for mechanical work. Whatever work we are doing, like you are listening to me now, you are writing the notes, you are studying, you are walking, talking, everything, whatever you are doing, all requires energy. All these functions require energy, and this energy is given by ATP, and that ATP is produced by mitochondria. Now one more important feature is written here in the last part of the paragraph, that mitochondria are strange organelles in the sense that they have their own DNA and ribosome. Now we have seen that DNA is only present inside the nucleus, but DNA can be also present inside two organelles. One is mitochondria, other one we will see tomorrow, okay, in the next class. So mitochondria have their own DNA and they have ribosomes. Remember, ribosomes, I told you, ribosomes are the organelles which are associated with the endoplasmic reticulum, and they form rough endoplasmic reticulum. And what is their function? They make proteins. Okay, that is why they are present inside the mitochondria, because mitochondria also requires a lot of proteins. Okay, so they don't have to depend on any other organelle, they can manufacture their own proteins. So therefore mitochondria are able to make some of their own proteins because they have ribosomes. I hope you have understood this topic. Make notes. Thank you, students.